Hi, Massy here, founder of the world's biggest gym and creator of the Elite Goal Setter program. And what I'm going to do to you today, I'm going to invite you inside my house and I'm going to show you one of the best exercises I do or daily rituals I do that prepares me for my day and takes me closer towards the attainment of my goal every single day. Now, I'm filming this in Bali. It's at night time. I'd normally do this in the morning. It's a full moon happening in Bali, so there's some ceremonies happening, there's different noises. The dogs may start barking at some point. Don't be alarmed by that. This is going to be impromptu, improv. We're just going to be walking it through, talking it through as we go. So you're just going to follow me into the room. And the room we're going to is what I call my freaking awesome ideas room. And we're going to come up with a few awesome ideas and show you how to have some awesome ideas yourself. So let's go. I'm just going to go for a little bit of a tour around my office so you know where we are. Just a small office here, but this is where it all happens. Now, I just want to quickly talk about this wall. Fantastic motivation and inspiration for, one of my hobbies in life is travelling, and I love the opportunity and ability to go all over the places. So plaster these things around so you get to relive these experiences and these memories. And it's more stimulation and motivation to do some more travelling. So if you've ever done any travelling, I highly recommend you set up something like this, which is absolutely fantastic. Now let's get down to business. So there's a couple of props I need for this goal setting and this mind mapping. So what I've got is I've got a whiteboard. I've got a few pictures plastered around, and that sort of vision board gets me excited about the things I want. Also, my whiteboard, this sort of information around here stays all the time. I talk about my passion up there. I've got a couple of quotes I love, some strategic objectives of my business and goals for myself, some scores I keep here, weekly, monthly goals. The other thing I need is a couple of props, a couple of whiteboard markers, brand newies, my Walkman. I'm going to go through the process and actually do it how I do it. So I've got my Walkman on. I always have plenty of water, so I want to be hydrated because I want to hydrate my body. When I'm dehydrated, I can't think as clearly. So I'm always drinking plenty of water. So I come in here in the morning and I get ready to plan my day, plan out my day. It's me time, no one else is around, so I've got this all to myself. So I get in here, the first thing I do is I put some music on. I think I'm listening to a bit of Black Eyed Peas at the moment. So I put my music on, Black Eyed Peas, and I just start moving around. Because what I want to do is energise my body. As I energise my body, I'm starting to awaken and energise my mind as well. So I'm preparing myself, body and mind, to get into what I'm doing. As I'm moving my body around too, I'm breathing a little bit more deeply, so I'm getting more oxygen into my lungs, which is getting more oxygen into my brain, which I think is making me smarter. The other thing I do is, because I've done this so many times, what I've actually done is I've anchored myself to holding one of these, and that smell that you get when you smell the whiteboard markers. So as soon as I take that off smell, I'm automatically getting into the state. So I've linked this sound, I'm listening to this music, and I'm moving around. And I've linked that state to a creative state. So as soon as I do it, all of these triggers, smell that trigger, I'm ready creative. Listen to that music, ready creative, I've got my board up. Now the other thing with the whiteboard, as opposed to writing down a piece of paper, if I'm looking down, I'm not in the same creative space as if I'm looking up. As I'm looking up, I'm able to get in that alpha state, that creative state, that right brain state. So that's what I want to do. So having this up higher allows me to easily get into that space and create my best ideas. So what I do is, using this whiteboard, I'm getting ready to plan my day. Another teaching I teach, and we teach this on the 30-day happiness challenge, we talk about asking better questions. So it's not about the answers we come up with, it's about what's the best question that's going to get the best answer for us. So what I do is I write down a great question, And that great question can be just this. What can I do today that will take me closer to my goal? So that's what I'm working on at the moment. But it could be a question of anything you're working on. How can I resolve this issue that I've got with my business partner? How can I create more clients in a particular area? Whatever that question is, I put that up there and that's my centerpiece. And so I'm starting to focus, what can I do today to take me closer? And this is closer to my goal. So what is my primary goal? And my primary goal for myself is, I've trained over 100 highly motivated world's biggest gym coaches by 31st of December 2011. So that's my big goal. So I'm asking myself, what can I do today that is taking me closer to my primary goal? So I'm always focusing on that. So I come up with a number of different things. And again, the mind works best in this creative space, not so much in a linear step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, but in this creative space where things are happening out there. So I've got an idea and I come up with idea A. Hey, that's a great one. And then there's idea B, and then there's idea C. I can do a bit of D. I can, do a bit of E, F. Oh yeah, there's some G I need to do there. So I look at those, I write all of those down, then I look at them and say, do all of these things take me steps closer to my primary goal? Are these going to take me closer to that? And I might look at that and go, yeah, I think I need to do that, but that's not actually taking me closer to that. So I'm actually going to cross it out. Because I want to just do the things that are taking me closer to my primary goal. That's the focus. I've still got my music playing, I'm jumping around here. I'm getting in state, I'm sort of shaking it out, moving about, getting myself in the right place and space to do this. So I've come up with these things, I've come up with these actions, and I call them goals that I need to do today. So these are daily goals. The next thing I do is I work out, okay, if these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things I need to get done today, what is the order I should do them in? What is the priority for doing it? Because a lot of times it's not that we're not motivated to do something, it's that we haven't figured out what is most important. Remembering the goal setting we talked about, it's so important to work out what are the must-do actions. And those absolutely must be the things that you do first. So as you look through it and you step through it and you're still moving about and maybe you're having a drink of water to keep you hydrated for it, now I'm going to actually work out what's a priority. So I go through them and go, okay, that's my number 1. That's got to be done first, and maybe I'll put a little asterisk beside it and say that needs to be done without fail. Then I go through, okay, this one over here, 2, okay, 3 over here, 4, 5, 6. So what this does is it actually gives me the steps or the tasks, the goals that I have to do through the day that's going to take me closer to my primary goal. So I actually get these and I write them down on a piece of paper, and they become the things that I need to do and check off through the day. And you can even go so further, you might have written these things down and think, well, I've got a couple of other commitments, I've got a meeting I've got to go to today, so I'm not going to get all of those done. So you might say, okay, so long as I get up to number 4 done, then I'm good. I've had a successful day. So that is the way to do it. And again, we talk about different strategies. Can be working on your priorities before you work on other people's priorities. For example, working on certainly a number 1 before you check emails, because emails is someone else's priority. So you want to work on yours first. So there you go, the things that we've looked at. Moving the body, music, get me in state. I'm in that creative, energetic state. I've picked up my things. I've linked that smell to getting in this creative space. I've taken that up higher, so I'm working on the whiteboard. So I'm using my creative side of my brain, my right side of my brain. And I've asked a great question. And that great question is elicited. As opposed to if I just wrote down things to do today. That doesn't draw out anything from me. That doesn't encourage my brain to start ticking over and coming up with these creative ideas. So I ask myself, what can I do today that will take me closer to my goal? And that pulls me along gets me digging deeper and deeper and deeper. I mean, you can keep going and going and asking yourself these questions until you come up with more and more. I actually think this would be a fantastic thing to set up in a company. So a company might have a room in there, and there might be sort of three walls or 4 walls if they've got the space, 4 whiteboards there. There's rules on the door which says, you know, you can do whatever you like in there, you can move around, you can't interfere with anyone else, you can't bring judgment into it, there's no such thing as a stupid idea. Come in, work in that space, everyone doing their own little thing. I think it would be a great idea for a company. So that is it. That is the mind mapping, that is the planning, and I do that at the start of every single day to prep myself up and get myself excited about getting into the day. Now, as far as goal setting goes, the next thing I do from that, as I've done that, sit down at my desk, get my journal out, and I'll write down what my primary goal is. And I'll write that down, and then I'll write my other goals following that. So that's specifically working on goals and following up with goals. But this is an incredible process to get you not only in state, energized, excited about the day, but clear on what you need to do and clear on the absolute priority that you need to do it on. So I hope you got a lot out of that. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to write your questions down below, send those through. They'll get to me and I'll answer you directly. But this is a great strategy, and I know it will make a huge difference to how you start your day and how much clarity you have at that start of the day, which will make all the difference to you. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got something out of it. Like I said, any questions, fire them away to me. Have a fantastic day wherever you are on this great planet of ours, and take care.